Hi, this is John Mavros, and I'm responsible for customer success at Factorlab, the makers of SmartTagIt. And today I wanted to talk to you about how conversations are the new currency to operationalizing culture. But I don't want to just speak to our white paper, which you can click and download from this recording, but I actually wanted to show you how this takes place in any given customer's environment. Now, if you agree that it is important to have a meaningful conversation between the frontline leaders and the crew each and every day around the work being done, the hazards they're going to face, and the controls they're going to engage in to keep each other safe, the big question is, how do you really know the content of those conversations? Well, our customers have an answer to that question. By using SmartTagIt, which essentially have taken the learnings from social media and gave them a meaningful purpose. They can use our SmartTagIt application to quickly fill out the form-based information that's needed, but more importantly, take a 2 to 3 minute video that shows the actual conversation. And as people collect their conversation, everyone else has the ability to be notified and have it show up in their social safety feed, which allows them to both see the forms and play the videos for the purposes of providing commentary that allows them to provide some coaching, as well as for people to look at their peers' videos to do peer-to-peer learning. So now that you can see there's a reasonable way to collect those daily conversations, the thing is, you can really only watch so many videos. And so you need to have a way to be able to understand what's going on in those conversations without watching all of them. So that's why we made sure that as those conversations are coming in, they're automatically getting transcribed. And then once they're transcribed, we now have the ability to use that data in many different ways. For instance, here's an example on the screen. In this case, it's just saying, hey, what are the top 10 safety words that are being used in our conversations? And then that gives you the ability, as you find words that are interesting, to drill into it to find out where in the transcription that word is showing up. Furthermore, you can click to get even more detail so you can see the complete form that was filled out. You could watch the video. You could even view the transcription in its entirety. In addition, instead of just seeing the top 10 words, you might have specific subjects like COVID, Fatal 4, or planning, where you want to look for specific words that gives you an indicator that the right conversations are taking place. So as you can see, this provides you many new safety metrics that just aren't available today. But you might still be saying, well, I have a very large enterprise, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to be able to know what all these conversations look like across the entire enterprise. To answer the enterprise question, this is where we invoked some pretty extreme data modeling and visualizations that allow people to, first off, see what their several thousand conversations look like. Each one of these colored dots represents a conversation. And then you can see that they're clustered in different areas, which basically gives us the pockets of different types of conversations we're having. You can consider this a visualization of your conversational culture in the field. And once you have a view of what your entire organization looks like, you can then select individuals or projects and see where they fit within the rest of the organization, which are represented by the white areas. And once you click on the dot, you can not only see the average for that particular person you're focusing on, you can also see what the score was for that particular conversation with granular detail about each of the elements. And so if you were to coach, you can see where they're scoring lower and be able to point them in the right direction. In addition, you can watch the video itself to get further confirmation of what that conversation looked like. Finally, I have one more thing I need to show you, because to where this chart is very helpful to safety and operational leadership, you still can only get to so many people at any one time to use this information to provide coaching. And that's why we found it important that each individual needs a way to know exactly where they're at, as well as have the ability to self-improve. To accomplish this, we provided the ability for an individual to see their average score for the last 6 months, as well as give them some details on each of the specific elements that make up a good conversation. So they have the ability to see across each of these categories how they compare to the rest of the organization. Furthermore, if they see one of the items that they score the lowest in, for instance, in this case, participant engagement, they have the ability to tap in there, get an explanation of what participant engagement means, as well as it will pull videos from their environment that scored high on participant engagement. So essentially, they're able to view what good looks like. So again, conversations are the new currency to operationalizing culture. And as you can see, Factorlab, through SmartTagIt, has provided a very powerful set of enabling technologies that allow this to actually happen. I really encourage you to download the white paper or contact us directly, and we'd be happy to find how your organization can take advantage of this as well. Thank you. I'm John Mavros, responsible for customer success at Factorlab, the makers of SmartTagIt.